welcome back in to a impromptu episode of Scramble Drill. We weren't even planning on this till about 12 hours ago, maybe.
This thing happened quick.
Yeah, I mean, I had it in the back of my head, but Ben, you came up to surprise Josh. Josh didn't know you were coming, so I had it in the back of my head. Yeah. But the plans were just made yesterday.
I found out that this was happening about 18 hours ago.
Yeah. Congratulations to Josh. It was a party thrown by your wife for hitting 100,000 followers on Instagram, I believe, for your book page.
It's big boy numbers.
Yeah, big boy numbers.
Big boy numbers.
She did a wonderful job.
She did a great job.
I mean, we go to this dive bar and all of these and I'm so gullible.
Yep.
I mean, she told me we were going to meet Santa in a dive bar.
Classic.
Josh is 27 years old, thought he was going to see Santa.
He was going to sit on Santa's lap.
I thought I was going to see Santa in a dive bar at 27 years old. And I had no suspicions that there was anything funky about going to see Santa in a dive bar. And when we walk in and I see y'all's ugly mugs, and I was like,
Criminal Minds segment.
You probably should have saw that coming. You probably should have saw that coming.
Listen, I mean, I should have suspected, hey, maybe we're not going to go actually see Santa. Maybe this is something else. But either way, we are all together in person. This happens once every little while. It's always a treat.
It's like once every couple months.
Very rarely. We are sitting on my couch watching the 4:00 window right now. All the games are around halftime. So
we're not going to be discussing the 1:00 games.
No.
Landon and I are actually going to be recording in person tomorrow.
Yep.
Talk about those. But today it's kind of we made the plan for this episode about 10 minutes ago what we're going to do. So we kind of got three different sections.
It is, as you could say, half-baked.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So let's, I guess, just jump into the first thing that it was just like a general question for each other. What do each of us individually want to happen the rest of the regular season in the NFL? Josh, go.
Mine is kind of a joke. I don't know. I think it would just be so funny and also really fun for the Panthers to make the playoffs in the NFC. They're just such a funny team. They are either terrible or they're great. And it kind of depends on who they're playing on a given Sunday. If they're playing Green Bay, they look awesome. If they're playing the Rams, they look awesome. But then they're going to go lose to the Saints. And Bryce Young will average 170 yards passing against the entirety of the NFL, except when he plays Green Bay or the Rams
if they were
or the
playing
Falcons.
the Raiders, this was going to be ugly.
Right. So I don't understand them. They're so weird. And there's the thing. I think the thing with them is because we're in North Carolina, you hear the sports talk and people talk about the Panthers all the time. And the thing that I keep hearing is they basically play to their competition. They are either a terrible team or an amazing team, depending on whichever side of the bed they get up on any given Sunday. They're not anything special, but I think it would just be kind of fun for the memes for them to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I really like Canales. I think Canales is really sharp. I think, like I said, I honestly think the biggest factor for them is Canales' game plan for the week. And when he has a great one, they win. And when he doesn't, they don't. I think they're so limited at quarterback. Like Bryce Young, yes, he's had a good year, or he's had good games this year. He's not had a good year. But Canales knows, like, he is not good enough. I would like to see them win. I got a lot of friends that are Panthers fans. It would be good for them. But does that not strike you as like a 30-point blowout in round one?
Oh, for sure. But the problem is, though, this is why I don't understand them, because when Bryce Young plays well, he looks like an MVP. Like there's no middling games. Yeah. It's either he looks like the most limited quarterback in the NFL, not named Tua Tagovailoa, or he looks like, where's the hardware? Like 300 yards, 3 tugs.
You know what's funny? Now that I'm thinking about this, if they make the playoffs, they'll be the 4 seed. So you're looking at a home playoff game against the 5 seed, which will either be the Rams or the Seahawks, depending on who wins that division.
Yeah.
And they just beat the Rams at home last week. There's no way.
In a
playoff game,
they caught the Rams off guard.
In a playoff game, there's no way they win that game. But it is interesting that would be the matchup. So
I think we're getting to a point in the season where that might be likely at this point.
Dude,
I don't know.
We're going to talk about it tomorrow about that division, but that would be fun. That would be a lot of fun for the Panthers to win. Even though they're not the most fun team, that'd be
they're
a really
like the
fun
little
story.
brother
Yeah.
or the redheaded cousin where it's like, you know,
Yep.
I just kind of want to see a Dave Canales special.
Right.
He has proved to me that he's a great coach.
I think he's good. I think he's really sharp. I really do.
And I don't know. You just sort of hope things fall where they may, and they're kind of the Cinderella story in the playoff picture that
Right.
they have no business being there, but heck, they might. I don't know.
A bit like the Giants when Daniel Jones made the playoffs.
Yeah, except the Giant. You kind of knew. With this team, you know, but there's still kind of that other thing where we have seen a couple Sundays where they trot out and they look really, really good.
Yep.
So I think they do have a shot if they catch somebody unawares, but obviously in the playoffs, that's not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That would just be fun.
Landon, what do you want to see happen?
I want Stafford to win the MVP. I think he's definitely in the lead right now. Obviously, Drake May's on a bye this week, and I'm back around where I'm really liking Drake May.
Yeah.
But Stafford is one of those guys that I know people like, it's crazy to think this. He's not a lock for the Hall of Fame. I know he's been really good recently. It's just not easy to make the Hall of Fame. And that's something that, like, me as like a fan of the sports history, I love if a guy's going to the Hall of Fame. If he's not, right now, I would not put Stafford in. But if he wins an MVP, I think he secures it. And I really think it's good. I like when an older guy who's been really good for a long time, especially a guy who was left to die in Detroit for a decade and a half or however long he was there. I like when they get an MVP, like a guy who, like, it surprises you. Like a couple years ago in baseball, it happened with Paul Goldschmidt, happened with Freddie Freeman in 2020. Like, guys who've been really good for a long time and just never gotten over that hump. Man, I'd love to see him win it. And I like Drake May. Maybe he'll win one in the future, but I want it to be Stafford this year.
He's got time to win one.
He's got time to win one. It's just so hard to win one with how many good quarterbacks there are.
Yeah.
Like, there's no guarantee Drake May ever comes this close again. But even so,
that's
I'd rather
the thing
stay
with
Stafford winning.
MVPs is it's not just that you have to have a great individual season, but your team has to win games.
Yep.
You've got to, and in order to have all of these things happen, like you have to have the organizational
You usually have to win your division.
right, and you sort of need a kind of weak division,
Right, and that's another thing. The
It's a
Rams
great
are not a
division.
lock to win the division yet, so that's another part of this that they need to win that ball.
And I
game,
like
but-
it for his Hall of Fame. I mean, I think Stafford's going to make the Hall of Fame regardless. He's got the stats, and he finally got the Super Bowl. But if he gets the MVP too, like, he's going to get in.
Yeah, I'm a small hall guy. I do not think there should be a lot of people in the Hall of Fame. I think it should be very exclusive. That's why I hate the NBA Hall of Fame. But like, if Stafford wins an MVP, I think that puts him in. Like, right now, I would not vote for him if I had a vote. But if he wins an MVP with all the numbers, with the Super Bowl, I would.
That's
I'd
the
put him
thing
in.
with like the quarterback argument for Hall of Fame, because you have in the modern era, you got all these quarterbacks putting up stats. And so you compare them to the past
Right.
and you go, well, that guy's a Hall of Famer. This
Yep.
guy should be a Hall of Famer, but the game's just different.
Yeah.
And you see it with receiver, it's real tough to get in the Hall. I feel like
Very hard.
I feel like it's not that hard to get into the Hall if you're a quarterback.
No,
these
if you're a
days.
quarterback or a running back from the 90s or 80s, you just got in. I'm pretty sure they just let you in. But like, to me, Stafford is a fringe guy right now. He's like in the same class as
Is he right
like
with
a
Russell
Phillip
Wilson?
Rivers. Russell Wilson's a little bit different conversation.
That's a
Matt
wacky
Ryan or
Hall of
somebody
Fame
like that.
conversation.
That's a wacky Hall of Fame conversation. Russell Wilson is the Andrew Jones of the NFL. My baseball fans understand that maybe, but I just like to see it. Just point blank, I'd like to see him win it. I think that puts him in the Hall of Fame. And then that'd be awesome for them. So,
And he deserves it based on the season he's had too.
oh, he's been great. He's been absolutely fantastic. The Rams are fantastic, and to me, this year it's more impressive to win the NFC West than it is the AFC East. So
Yeah.
that's another mark for an MVP for me. How difficult is your division? And they're right there. So
Speaking of divisions, that's kind of where my take is I want to see the Cincinnati Bengals win the AFC North.
right.
I just want to see it. And we will talk more in detail about it tomorrow, because things definitely happened that could shake that situation up. But I'm looking at the way Joe Burrow has played since he came back. It's just so much more fun when he's on. And in an AFC this wide open, Dude, it would be awesome to see them sneak in, and then if he catches fire in the playoffs, that is one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in football.
You don't want to play them. They are.
Go ahead.
They're 4-9. Pittsburgh is 7-6. Baltimore is 6-7, and obviously that's with the benefit of knowing how the 1 o'clock games went. But
honest to God, if you're an AFC team, who would you rather see? In that play? I think I would rather see the Ravens or the Steelers. The way the Ravens look right now is rough.
yeah,
I do not want to see Cincinnati in there.
You just don't
You're
want
scared.
any. You don't want any part of Joe Burrow, and you saw that. Yeah, you don't want any part of Joe Burrow in the playoffs. You know he's going to bring his.
Yep. Be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just want it for the fun of it. Like their season's probably over, but man, it would be so much fun.
But with the fun part is with all those teams right there, with all three of those teams still having a chance, man, the end of the season's going to be fun because they have they play each other, they play they just have consequential games every single week. It's going to be. I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty pumped for the ending of that division. Either however it turns out.
Yeah. All right. I think the second thing that we had asked each other was, what do we want to see happen in the postseason this year? Landon, what's your thing you want to see?
Ben, I'm all in. I want to see the Rams make the Super Bowl. I just talked about
regular
Stafford.
season and postseason.
I just talked about Stafford. I've talked for weeks now. The Seahawks are awesome. I do not trust them in the playoffs. I do not trust, and it's completely Sam Darnold. It's only Sam Darnold. Like that defense
Scary.
is horrifying. Did you see Kirk Cousins? Well, again, we'll talk about it later. But Kirk Cousins today, I mean, it was a deer in headlights. I mean, so that team is
It happened
awesome.
last week with McCarthy and them too.
JSN is awesome. I don't trust him. It's strictly Sam Darnold. He makes plays that, I mean, you cannot even, you can't even fathom how bad he is situationally at times. The talent's always been there, but situationally. So I don't really believe in them in the playoffs. And then the rest of the NFC, like whoever wins that NFC North, the Packers are going to be scary, especially if you have to go to Green Bay. But I don't think the Rams are going to have to go to Green Bay.
No, they should most likely end up with the 1 seed.
Right. It's the middle. I mean, it's the middle of the Packers-Bears game. We don't know who wins yet, but like, I don't believe in the Bears. I don't believe in the Bucks or Panthers if they make it.
No.
To me, it's a lot. I don't believe in Detroit really, especially if they have to go on the road.
And now that I guess we mentioned it, but was it Branch just tore his Achilles?
Yeah.
It's devastating for them.
That's devastating for them. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really like the Rams. I like what they got going. Sean McVay and Stafford, I trust them more than Philly. I don't trust Philly either. Like I trust those teams. I trust that pairing, quarterback, coach, more than any other team in the NFC. And we've seen it year in and year out how much of the NFL playoffs is coach quarterback. I mean, obviously I don't believe in Sirianni. They won it last year, but like we see it over and over and over again. I mean, good gosh, how many Super Bowls does Brady and Mahomes and Belichick and Reed have to make? I mean, it's just, that's what it's about. And so I think they got a good chance. And then they can beat anybody in this AFC. Like I said, if we had to power rank the NFL right now, I think I'd have the Rams 1. So
it's the most it's the most wide open the AFC's been in the past decade, probably.
Right. So my other thing I'll throw out there is just chaos in the AFC. That's really, and I think that's what we're going to get. So but that's the big one I really want. I really want Stafford, because I guess you can tell in this, I really like Stafford. I've always liked him. Another deep playoff run and MVP. He's a Hall of Famer, no questions asked at that point. And so that's what I want.
Yeah, it's also offense in the playoffs. That's been their and I know you get that with some of these other teams. Like Seattle's got a great offense. Chicago, I guess, is some of their parts offense, but the Rams are a star power offense, and that's just
too because they've got the defense.
Y'all know one of my favorite players ever is Devontae Adams. I'd love to see him get a Super Bowl. He's never got one, so so that'd be awesome.
I need Devontae to continue powering me in fantasy.
I don't hate it.
I need it.
I don't hate it.
I need it.
Maybe not the rest of today, but I don't hate it
veins.
overall. Yeah.
It'd be devastating for me, to be honest.
Josh?
Well, I'm going to go chalk. I just really want to see another rematch of Chiefs Bills in the AFC Championship. Yep. Everybody wants this. It surprises nobody. I want the greatness arguments to be hashed out by the great players on the field. I don't want to get into a situation where the Chiefs either sneak in or don't, or the Bills get in and they look flawed and they're struggling. Like, I want the AFC Championship game to be the two greatest quarterbacks in the NFL. Okay. And I mean, what do we have? 4 playoff matchups now between the two of them?
4.
We need a 5th one. And
Need my man to get one.
And 2, it's if you want Josh Allen to be as great as he plays, like you want the greatness argument to match the he's a great player argument, you need him to measure up to greatness.
Yep.
And if we're honest with ourselves, Drake May and the Patriots are 11-2, but like, do you get a ton of greatness points by going and beating the Patriots in the hearts and minds? Not really. But if you go,
not with the schedule the Patriots have had either.
Right. But if you play Mahomes in a game that matters in the playoffs and you beat him, that goes a long way. If you go and play Lamar, like if you measure up against these guys.
I don't know about that one, but
well, we know what Lamar is.
He beat Lamar last year.
He's beat Lamar multiple times.
He had, but
still, that's another all-time great in your era.
Right.
Every time you win one of those games, I mean, you get points towards.
It's a big deal.
Legacy, yes.
Even
absolutely.
if it's a down year for Baltimore, even if it's a down year for Kansas City, it just doesn't hit the same if you go beat Trevor Lawrence, if you go beat Drake May, if you go beat Bo Nix. Like, those teams are really good, but the greatness argument is not there. Yep. And then also on the flip side of it, I mean, a Kansas City in the playoffs is just good for the NFL.
Yeah, it's great for the NFL. Great for Twitter. Yeah, that's obviously what everyone wants. I don't think there's anybody out there that doesn't want that, other than,
there's some psychos in the group chat,
Broncos fans or Ravens fans or whatever. But
and if that scenario plays out, that means that Kansas City wins road playoff games on their way to the AFC Championship game. That's fun.
That's a lot of fun. They did it a couple years ago.
That means Buffalo probably has to do the same thing, because they could win the division, but
no,
it's going to be tough. So again, if the greats go on the road in the playoffs and win playoff games and add to the greatness arguments, and then it culminates in a moment when you get another rematch of Mahomes Allen, like that would just be, and I don't even care who wins.
Yeah.
Because at that point it's like,
I do.
Well, we know. But at that point I just want great on great.
Yeah. And here's what I'll say. And this is, so many people in the media say Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the world. I still don't think you can say it. Just with everything Mahomes has accomplished, Mahomes still being in his prime, I still don't think you can say it. If the Chiefs miss the playoffs, the title of best player alive, best quarterback alive is up for grabs.
Yeah.
If they miss the playoffs, it is up for grabs. And if Josh Allen makes the Super Bowl, I'll come on here and say, I will say he's the best player in the world. I don't think he is right now. But if Mahomes misses the playoffs, he makes a Super Bowl, even if he doesn't win it, I would say he's the best player in the world. So that would be, as much as I want Mahomes in the playoffs, as much as I want him to win, dude, if he misses the playoffs, that's a fun conversation to be had where, dude, even if Lamar went on a run and made the Super Bowl, I would say he's the best quarterback in the world if Mahomes misses the playoffs. I mean, it is like the title is up for grabs at that point. So either way, it's going to be fun, but obviously everyone wants to see Bills Chiefs again.
I guess that'll take a lot of time away from my segment, because mine what entirely was going to be is I want the Bills to finally take advantage of a gettable AFC.
That's a different thing, but that's still really important. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and you mentioned greatness playing it out on the field. And I thought this was, we mentioned earlier too, though, about the coach quarterback combo.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and give a little spoiler alert that we were going to talk about hot seat coaches. I don't think Josh Allen has had the coach to do in there. He's the one, he always elevates Buffalo in those situations, and that's great on him. And it's not a knock on Mahomes, but Mahomes also has the coach who's able to put him in the situations to, I guess, show his greatness, versus Allen. I guess, I don't know. It feels like he claws and scraps more to have to put his team in a situation, and then they get their heart broken anyway because their coach is just not that good.
Yeah, that's the other side of that. So if Mahomes misses the playoffs, at the same time, the title for best quarterback in the world is up for grabs. Also, if Mahomes misses the playoffs, the idea of the biggest disappointment of Josh Allen's career opens up.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you don't make the Super Bowl in that season, when your kryptonite is
It's
at
like,
home,
when are you going to do it?
yeah, it's like then it really
Well, that's
becomes.
the part that scares me the most is the Bills are the most gettable they've been
Yes,
in
they
the
are.
past 5 years. Like the Chiefs are down and the Bills are down.
Yep, and
This,
Baltimore.
this is the thing with the AFC, just like as a broader thing, is it's weird in terms of storylines and narratives because you have these now up and coming teams that have arrived on the scene, but it means that that's happened at the expense of some of these other brands and known commodities.
Right.
And so, you know, I think for the past, 4 years, it has really been in the AFC a conversation of Mahomes, Allen, Lamar.
Yep.
Burrow as well. You throw
Burrow's
Burrow
in
in there
there.
as well.
Burrow,
But it's
not the last 2 years, but before that, yeah.
it's 4 names every year. You start the year and you're saying 4 names.
Yeah.
And it's okay at the end of the year, we'll just see which one of them wins the round robin and comes out on top.
Right.
And now moving forward, you're adding in these other names. And I don't know what that does necessarily for the greatness arguments. Does that mean that then whoever comes out of it has, beaten a murderer's row? And, that you get like a bit of a narrative boost there from that? Or is it more like, well, the era is over and we're kind of transitioning into the era of the May, of the Knicks, of the...
No, the era's not over. The era's not over, for sure.
It's not like Allen and Mahomes are 35 years old.
No,
The
and
era's
it's
not
more
over.
an organizational question than it is a player question.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to remember, Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls in Brady's, in Manning's, in Roethlisberger's prime. It was still their era. Like, just because someone else breaks through and wins it doesn't mean that era's done. Even though I think the title for best quarterback in the world might be up for grabs, and I think only probably Allen and Lamar can take it. I mean, I guess if
You already know.
I guess if May wins it and someone wants to make the
could you
argument for
say
him,
it's Stafford if that's the case? I mean, he's
Yes,
got
yes.
2 Super Bowls.
Yes.
He would have 2 Super Bowls if he wins it this year.
if he wins the MVP in the Super
in the
Bowl,
Mahomes
then
era.
if Mahomes misses the playoffs and Stafford wins the MVP in the Super Bowl, he's the best quarterback in the world. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
It's going to be tough to argue with whatever the stat. I mean, what is he at?
Yeah.
33-5?
Something crazy. I mean, he's got 2 touchdowns this game, or maybe just one. He's just got one, but yeah. I mean, this is
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. I think the Bills are too flawed, and I guess you can make the same argument with Mahomes. Like, I hate that it's going to reflect on Allen, and it is going to reflect on Mahomes too, because Mahomes is having having a
absolutely.
good year. Josh Allen is having an MVP level season.
Yeah.
We'll talk about him tomorrow, but he just put up one of the best games I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're playing bad. It is the team
yes.
around them is struggling, and I don't know. I hate that it's going to reflect on them, and I really hope the Bills can figure it out and put something together. Because even when they get in the playoffs, I'll trust Josh Allen to beat Drake May. I'll trust Josh Allen
absolutely.
to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, he's absolutely.
You
I'm going to pick
kidding?
him. So.
You're taking Trevor
Are you
Lawrence?
kidding?
You're not taking Trevor?
Trevor Lawrence is going to give you 4 of the worst throws you've ever seen in your life in a
he
playoff
is.
game.
He's going to, yeah.
So, I hope it happens, but I guess that'll lead us into our final little topic we were going to hear is who's on the hot seat.
Yeah. And
What
I mean,
coaches are on the hot
this
seat?
one we can just go division by division at this point. Because I mean, if you start in the AFC East, you think New England, no chance,
no shot.
no chance. So the Buffalo Bills are 9-4,
Yes.
but is there a chance?
Yes.
What's okay?
Dude, if they come up
build
short
out the
again,
scenario. Build out the scenario. How would Sean McDermott get fired? Paint the picture.
I think it's got to be Josh Allen's got a big game in the playoffs and they still lose.
I don't even think it's that. I honestly believe that if the Chiefs miss the playoffs and they don't make the Super Bowl, I think he gets fired. Even if they make the AFC Championship game,
What
I
if
think he gets
they
fired.
What if they meet the Chiefs and maybe it's not the AFC Championship game?
If
Maybe
they
it
lose-
works out and it's like the divisional and they meet the Chiefs and they lose
he gets
again.
fired. He gets fired.
So is the narrative then that strong that it's like it's put up or shut up?
You can't come up short this many times. Also,
Yeah,
Stafford
at a
just threw his
certain
third touchdown
at a
of the day.
certain point, it's like, yeah, there's another touchdown for Stafford. That's going to help.
That's big.
MVP case. At a certain point, it's like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? It's not the same argument as the Mike Tomlin. Oh, I go 500 every year, but it is the same argument as like, hey man, are we trying to be really, really competitive, or are we trying to win Super Bowls? And there's a stat out there. I don't know. I think it's 5 years. I think there's never been a coach and quarterback that have not won every coach and quarterback ever that has not won a Super Bowl in their first 5 years together has never won a Super Bowl together. It's never happened. It's never happened that a coach and quarterback take that long to get over the hump. And so at the end of the day, is Sean McDermott a really good coach? Yes. Is he going to get a job in 20 minutes? Yes. But at the end of the day, it's just time. Like Andy Reid in Philadelphia fired Andy Reid, and it probably wasn't the wrong decision. And now we look at Andy Reid as like, is he the best coach in the league? Maybe still, but
Probably.
At a certain point, it runs its course.
Yeah.
At a certain point, it runs its course. And if they make the Super Bowl, I think he hangs around and he should. If they don't, honestly, any path to not making the Super Bowl, I think he's on the hot seat at least. And it would be, you could justify him being fired. Seriously. I think that's where he's at.
I think it should happen. If they don't do it, and again, it'll be hard to sit here and lay the blame totally on him because the Bills personnel just isn't there right now.
Yep.
It isn't there.
Yeah.
But the fact that they have wasted time the past 4 years and come up short every single time, and now there's finally a window. I don't care that you don't have the personnel this year. You've had the personnel to do it for 5 years now. So if they don't, I'm with you. He's got to go if they don't do it.
Yep. All right, Miami.
Next.
Yes. I mean,
Next.
They're 6-7 though.
yeah. I mean, it's weird that they fired their GM and kept McDaniel around. I think there's a world where he doesn't get fired. I don't know why. I think there is a world, but obviously he's on the hot seat.
If he doesn't get fired, it's the grass is not going to be greener argument.
Yeah. Their problem's not Mike McDaniel. Their problem's the Tua contract. So that can't be fixed. Like, you can say we're going to try to fix something by firing Mike McDaniel, but the Tua contract's still there, and that just can't be fixed. So that's the problem.
Yeah.
All right, New York Jets. No, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Aaron Glenn, they knew this was a big project.
I mean, what are you gonna fire a head coach every single year? Come on.
Their problem is, this is the thing, like, you're right. Coaches cannot fix bad rosters, and they have a terrible roster.
Yep.
And they've already traded away all their studs.
Yep.
They have Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall.
Who's a free agent?
That's it.
End of list.
Yeah. So here's the thing about Aaron Glenn, though. So they're going to draft a quarterback, correct?
I would assume so.
I hope so.
My rule is you fire the coach. That's my rule.
It's a pretty good rule.
That's my rule. Is
start fresh.
if you're gonna draft a quarterback, you fire the coach. Now, is that fair to him? No, not at all. Not at all. But the Cardinals a few years back fired a coach after 1 year. I mean, it can happen. The Texans fired, what was his name? David something after 1 year. David
Yeah, he was
Panthers
a
fired
he was a
Frank Reich after, like,
sacrificial
6
lamb.
games.
Cullins.
Yeah.
Cullen? Is it David Cullen?
Something like that,
I can't
yeah.
remember his name, but they fired him after 1 year. My rule is if you're going to draft a quarterback, fire the coach. Because if not, here's what's going to happen. Quarterback comes in, they have a bad year. You fire him after next year. Now the quarterback's learning a whole new system. It's a mess.
It's the thing that happened with the first year of Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
You kept Eberflus because you were like, it's
Exact
not
same
his
thing.
problem.
Exact same thing.
But then you saw it's like, yeah, but this ain't
So
it.
I don't think he gets fired, but my rule would be you fire him. But it's not fair to him. I get that. That'd be how I operated.
That's fair.
Pittsburgh. Yes.
I don't think he gets fired.
No, it'll be a mutual.
It'll be like a mutual splitting.
I don't
ways.
see any way he comes back next year.
Really.
No, because here's the
Buffalo, go get him.
I mean, the only thing is like, no, all the possible outcomes, I could see them parting ways mutually. They have a bad end of the season, don't make the playoffs, or they have a good end of the season and get bounced in round one. Those are the only outcomes, right?
Yeah.
They're not winning a playoff game.
No,
So-
not even close.
You're in the same spot. So I think there's going to be a mutual parting of ways. Like Schefter reported yesterday, I thought it was interesting. He reported that the Steelers are not firing Mike Tomlin in the middle of the season. He felt the need to report that.
Right.
So I think it's
Where
over
there's
after
smoke,
this year.
there's fire.
Yeah. I think it's over after this year. I don't think it's going to be a firing. I think it's going to be a mutual parting of ways no matter what happens. And I mean, unless they made the AFC Championship game, which in my head is impossible.
It's just one of those that's run its course. They are in the mix every year and they have no shot.
Yeah.
They haven't won a playoff game since 2017.
It was before
2016.
Donald Trump the
2016.
first time.
Jeez.
2016.
Before the first Trump, like
We're in the third presidential terms since they have won a playoff
our
game.
freshman year of college.
Right. Last playoff win. Antonio Brown was on the team.
What a
My
guy.
gosh,
Le'Veon
dude.
Bell was on the team.
Great guy, Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Great guy.
What a time.
Baltimore.
No.
I think so.
You think they fire him?
I think they could.
I don't
think they
fire him.
will.
I think dude, I don't know, man. I just said if you are a coach and quarterback combination and you do not win the Super Bowl in the first 5 years, you don't win it. And what are we trying to do at the end of the day?
I don't even know if this is a good argument, but the only argument I will make for that is where Josh Allen, he's had some bad playoff games, but there's also been games where he put on the superhero cape and the Bills still come up short.
He's nothing like Lamar.
There have been games where Lamar is the reason that Ravens
Lamar's
lost that
been
playoff
terrible,
game.
right? Lamar's
So,
been terrible, and I get that.
That's the only argument I'll make.
I think it's possible. I think it's possible he gets fired at the end of the season if they don't make the Super Bowl. I really do.
If he gets fired, it's more of a Mike Tomlin firing than it is anything
and again,
else.
he'll have a job in 10 minutes, but I think it's possible. Man, Patrick Mahomes sours a lot of fan bases, and these fan bases are tired of not doing this. If Patrick Mahomes does not if the Chiefs don't make the playoffs and the Ravens or Bills still don't make the Super Bowl, I think it's possible. I really do. I really do.
Yeah, I could see it. And I think you've had these disappointing playoff finishes. I would not say that they will. I think he's back and you run it back. But because part of it too is Lamar missed a few games. And that's part of the reason why they're in this
now
hole.
they're losing games with Lamar.
So there's the idea that the grass isn't always greener, right? And that's obviously the risk you run with a Harbaugh or a Tomlin walking away, or even a McDermott. The grass isn't always greener. The other argument is the grass isn't that green where we're at. And so I'd almost rather just flip a coin and see what happens than run it back the same way if I do not believe.
You flip a coin and you say, okay, we got a new coach, but we've got Lamar Jackson.
We've still got Lamar. So that means you're instantly maybe the favorite destination for any coach. Like you get the pick of the litter if McDermott's not fired.
Right.
I think it's possible.
Yeah, I'd say it's possible. I'm kind of with Josh. I don't think it's gonna happen, but
I would not be shocked.
this is the most likely Harbaugh's been to being fired in a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. It's going to go a lot quicker here in a second. Bengals.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
I don't think we need to talk about that one much. That's obviously possible.
Yes.
Browns, probable.
No.
You don't think it's possible?
Well, maybe.
Beginning of the season, I was firm. No, they should not get rid of Stefanski. I'm kind of moving to where it could happen. Like I was with you at the start. Like, who are they going to get that's better? I'm like, but how many years has this been now?
It's not even that. It's that they have had terrible rosters and terrible quarterback play.
They have the best defense in the NFL.
It doesn't matter if your quarterback sucks.
That's absolutely true. And what else is true is when that's the case, when you've had terrible rosters in the NFL, the coach's head rolls.
I know. And the quarterback gets sacrificed at the end of the day, or the coach.
Yeah,
the coach gets sacrificed, and it's not his fault.
Yeah.
And it could happen.
Yeah.
He will.
But
have
I think
another
if you
job
look
he
at that
gets fired.
organization and you go, what is good about this organization?
Yeah.
You say Myles Garrett, you say Kevin Stefanski, and that's the end of the list.
he will have another job if he gets let
Yeah, I
go.
mean, the Bills would be a real threat. with
My
Stefanski.
gosh, if the Bills could get him.
I mean, the Bengals would be a real threat with Stefanski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be a Mike Vrabel turning around, I think, because he's
it
a
would be one of those
great.
deals. Great coach. I really do think he's good, but at
Could
the
we
end of
have
the day,
just a shuffling of coaches?
I mean, it
this
happened to
offseason?
Mike
might.
Vrabel. This happened to Mike Vrabel.
Yes.
And Vrabel was getting the 1 seed. Vrabel made AFC championship games. So did Zach Taylor. Or Kevin Stefanski. I thought we were talking about Zach Taylor again. Kevin Stefanski hasn't done that.
No, I mean, they made it to the second round of the playoffs with Joe Flacco a couple years ago.
Yeah, okay. Did they? Or did the Texans beat them? Texans beat them in round 1.
Did they lose in round one?
Yeah, they
Okay.
lost in round 1 to the Texans.
So they made the playoffs a couple times with,
Yeah.
the ghost of Joe Flacco.
All right. Jacksonville.
No,
I don't think so.
they're gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they won't.
no.
Indy.
No,
No, they shouldn't. Houston.
no.
No,
No,
absolutely
even
not.
if they have a disappointing end of the season, I don't think he'll get fired. Tennessee already fired their coach. So we don't need to talk about that one. And I don't think there's any risk of the interim getting the head job. So I couldn't even tell you who the interim is, to be honest with you.
Interesting one in Tennessee is, do they replace Cam Ward? But maybe that's a conversation for a different time.
We keep on saying we're going to have that conversation later, and we will. But yeah, Denver, no. Los Angeles, obviously
maybe.
not. Chiefs, no. I mean, the only risk would be a retirement. Obviously, not a hot seat.
I did see, and this is like I saw Chiefs fans after. What's the most recent game they lost?
They lost to Dallas.
Yeah, they were saying that Reed needs to go after that game.
Yeah.
But that's just Chiefs
There's
fans.
a lot of stupid people out there.
That's just Chiefs.
And the Giants have already fired Dayball. So
You skipped one.
Where will Dayball
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yes.
Dude, Vegas.
You have got to fire.
I would.
Carroll.
I don't know if they will, but I would.
You have to.
Yeah. It's definitely justified. The hire didn't make sense to me. If a more ready to win now team would have hired him, that would have made sense. But a team in a complete rebuild. I mean, unless they just didn't think they were in a rebuild.
They thought that bringing in Geno, they thought bringing in Geno Smith, adding that to Brock Bowers, drafting Genty, and Pete Carroll's history, I guess, as a defensive coach. He thought that the defense would be reformed, and then you brought in mercenaries to make your offense viable. They thought they were a league average team.
Bringing in Geno's like when Tampa brought in Tom Brady. Instant winning.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Philly.
No.
Maybe. I think it could
Maybe. I'm kind of with you. Like Philly is ruthless.
Yeah, this is
They are
Philadelphia,
ruthless.
man. This isn't Minnesota. This is Philadelphia.
If they lose out,
Andy Reid got fired.
Yeah.
But I don't think. But
What's,
he got
what's
fired after a
the guy who was after
season.
Jacksonville, like got fired like a year after he won the Super Bowl.
in Jacksonville?
No, like he went to Jacksonville after
Doug Peterson.
that. Doug Peterson, yeah.
Yeah.
Peterson.
But-
No, they're willing to fire you. I've never thought Sirianni was good, but I think the Super Bowl, I would fire him if I was them. I genuinely don't think he's good. And his whole thing, he's not an X's and O's offense guy. He's not an X's and O's defense guy. He's a culture guy. Is there a team with a worse culture?
No.
Is there a team that has less or more noise that comes out of there? I would do it, but I do think the Super Bowl buys you at least a season and a half.
Yeah.
So, Dallas,
No.
not Schottenheimer. Washington, no,
Probably not.
No.
no, they won't. And then the Giants have already fired Dayball, so Dayball's gonna get to pick his job too.
Man,
That'll be interesting if one of
go
these
back
teams.
to Buffalo. Go back to Buffalo, please.
So here's the thing. If a Stefanski gets fired, if a Mike Tomlin agreed to part ways, that to me, that makes it more likely that Buffalo fires McDermott. That makes it more likely that the Ravens fire Harbaugh because you know there's really good coaches and you know somebody's going to want to come to you.
Yeah.
I think if those guys get let go early in the offseason, I think that makes it likely that some of these other guys are gone. Because I know Dayball can win games. I know McDermott. I know Tomlin. I know Stefanski. Man,
Dude,
That is, yeah. I guess if
Stefanski
you feel like
in
there's
Buffalo.
gonna be green grass on the other side of the firing,
yeah, that makes it more likely you fire him. Yep. Chicago,
no.
no.
of course not.
Absolutely not.
Green Bay, no. Detroit,
No.
No.
I think.
You do not fire MCDC.
I think he's the least likely coach to get fired.
Yes.
I think every coach in the NFL is more likely to get fired. Find someone who looks at you the way the Lions organization looks at Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell probably has the longest leash of any coach in the NFL.
He
Because
could,
he turned around the worst-
physically assault the owner. I'm
he
not sure
turned
he's
around the
getting fired.
worst franchise in the NFL ever.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And Minnesota, no.
No.
Tampa Bay.
No.
Say it. Go there.
You don't think Tampa Bay? You don't think Todd Bowles could get fired?
Not if they make playoffs.
If they make the playoffs, if they miss the playoffs, Todd Bowles could get fired, dude.
No, I said if they make the playoffs, no. But if they miss the playoffs.
They're not a lock to make the playoffs.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
I
Maybe
think if they miss
maybe
the
there's a
playoffs-
bit of a grass is greener thing with him.
I think if they miss the playoffs, I think he definitely could be gone.
I mean, I think there are better coaches out there than Todd Bowles, for sure.
yeah, I think he definitely could be gone. Carolina.
No. Absolutely not.
Atlanta.
Yes.
Woo! baby, yes, please.
I can't imagine he's not on the hot seat. I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine it. Everything that organization has done truly in the last 2 years is. I mean, if Michael Penix doesn't work out, everything they've done in the last 2 years has been a miss.
Lenny, you can say it.
Okay. I don't need to say it. But, yeah, I mean, everything, the whole organization's been a miss. Yeah, I think I don't see a way he's not on the hot seat.
He gets outcoached every
It's crazy.
single week. He makes bad calls with game management, I guess he's not play calling, but I mean, you're the head coach. You can change how things are done. Like, the Atlanta offense doesn't make sense. Yeah, the only positive is the defense is a lot better, and I mean, maybe it's an argument the offense is so bad that the defense still struggles, but there's not. I don't have a single. The only positive is the pass rush is better, but even then, the trade we made, like we just gave up a potentially top 5 pick to the Rams this year. So like everything has gone wrong in Atlanta. Is it all his fault? No.
But
Should
again,
we put a lot of blame on him? Yep.
Again, sometimes the coach's head rolls.
I was
It's just
really,
how it works
I was
in the
really
NFL.
excited when we hired Raheem Morris, and I still want to like Raheem. He seems like a really nice guy. Like he seems like a good guy to get along with. But he's not head coach material.
Yeah.
He's not head coach material.
Yeah.
I think he's a culture guy too, and it.
But he doesn't.
But he's also a defense guy. He's a defense guy.
Yeah, and I mean they brought in all these LA Rams coordinators, and they just
Zach Robinson's not working, guys. Cut him loose.
no, it's not it.
He's the first one in the McVay system to not be good.
Mike McDaniel early on in the year was the guy whose head was about to get knocked off, and they have, I don't know what they've done over there. They've fixed it a little bit. Raheem Morris to me is the most obvious firing.
Yeah.
That's left.
Which is crazy because it was I didn't feel this at all coming into the season.
No,
I
it's
didn't feel
just
it at
gone
all.
so.
No.
And I think it was
Well, I thought we were gonna win the
expectations
division.
versus reality. Yeah, I thought they were right there with Tampa Bay to win the division.
I thought we were a better team than Tampa Bay.
You have, and some of this is assuming that Michael Penix is probably a little bit better than he turned out to be. But, you know, like the Panthers have a great roster and the quarterback's the question mark.
Yep.
Atlanta has a really good defense and you have good tentpole pieces on offense. So it's sort of a head scratching thing. It's like, why are they not that good? Because you have studs. You got Drake London, who's a stud. You got the stud running back. You got a good tight end. And
Kyle
your
Pitts
offensive
having
line
the
is
best
awesome.
Season of his year. Year of his season.
Yeah. And you still can't win games.
Yeah. No.
We
right,
lost close games, and now we just got blown out by Seattle.
Yeah, that was not pretty. The Saints.
Yes.
No.
You think Kellen Moore's on the hot seat?
No.
I think anytime you're going to draft a quarterback in the top 5 picks.
I will
But
say,
I feel like I would
no,
rather
but-
let Kellen Moore draft that
I will say
quarterback.
this. I do feel differently with an offensive guy. When you came into the year knowing you didn't have a quarterback,
Okay.
I do feel different with an offensive guy.
Let's frame it this way. Nobody would be surprised, but I guess with
I
I wouldn't. If you fire a team that wins 3 games, if they don't win another game this year, we wouldn't be surprised. If you win 3 games and fire your coach, nobody's all that surprised. But we also came into the year thinking they were the worst team in the NFL.
But I think the whole reason they brought in Kellen Moore to begin with is like that because they know when they get the quarterback, they're going to be good.
Potentially.
All right. Seattle. No.
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 The Rams.
Nope.
No.
Maybe. Dude, if they don't win the Super Bowl, it's over.
Yeah. They're firing me.
It's
man.
over.
Could you imagine? You imagine how fast McDermott's fired at that point? San Francisco?
No.
I would do unspeakable things to
For-
get Kyle Shanahan back in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the Cardinals.
Maybe.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Because Kyler's not going to be back. Jacoby's obviously not the answer. So you're going to get a new quarterback.
34-year-old Jacoby Brissett is not.
No, Jacoby Brissett's not the answer. So that's my rule. And they've won, what, 3 games? 2 games?
They are currently 3-9,
3-9.
and they're about to be 3-10.
They are getting the doors blown off by the Rams.
I mean, you're making a big
If
jump.
you're looking
they're
at-
only down 21.
If you're looking at lame duck organizations right now, you have Arizona, you have New Orleans, you have Vegas, you've got Tennessee.
Yeah.
You got
The-
Cleveland and the
Cleveland.
Jets.
The worst part,
Yeah.
or I guess the scary part for a Cardinals fan, and obviously all of the coaches we're talking about that are on the hot seat, not all of them are going to get fired. Probably, I mean, there's only a few of them that are actually going to go and few openings that'll actually be. But if the Cardinals fire Gannon, they are low down the totem pole of like desirable jobs.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
They're going to be way down there.
It really depends on what pick they get and if you like a quarterback there.
And that's the thing with this class is like there's a lot of names, but I don't know if you got a whole lot of franchise guys.
No, you don't.
And also, when push comes to shove, how many quarterbacks are actually going to be in the class?
Yeah,
You might only have like one or two.
Yeah, a lot of guys. Yeah, no, that's true. That is true.
Is that the last division? Did we get through
That's
all
the
of them?
last one right there. We got
Yeah.
them all.
Well, I guess that's all she wrote. We'll get back to watching the 4 o'clock window.
Yeah.
Impromptu episode. What do we think?
I mean,
Class.
anytime we can be together.
Yeah.
Lot
It's
of
a
fun.
wonderful time.
Yep, anytime we can be together.
Thank you, everybody, for listening,
Yeah.
for hanging out, joining us in the living room on the couch with the red zone going in the background
Of course.
while Jordan Love is carrying Landon to a playoff win.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
you might hear a pause in the episode. That's when Jordan Love threw like a 70-yard touchdown. To
There
Christian
were a
Watson.
couple of them. There
was a
were a
big
couple moments when you just hear Landon going, go, go, go.
That was
go.
a big one for me. I needed that. I did move the mic away from my mouth so they couldn't hear it, but I did need that.
I'm having a rough week in fantasy.
It's not good for you.
It's not.
It's not good for the mental health. It's not good for the results.
I'm going to the playoffs in the granddaddy of them all, fully expecting to get my doors blown off.
You're the
first round.
sacrificial lamb of the
And I'm
playoff.
also losing in a playoff right now, so that also sucks. I hate it. Well, on that disappointing note, I think we'll
We'll see ya.
We'll bring this thing to a close. Landon, you and I will be recording tomorrow.
Yep.
Talking about
we'll
what
recap
happened on
this
Sunday.
week. Yeah, we'll recap this week. So
All right. We'll see you guys then.